Hi, everyone, and welcome to Travel Flow Radio. I'm Syndigo, and here on this podcast, we share wild and inspiring travel stories that give you the motivation and insights to see what this big world has to offer for yourself. So, whether you're already a seasoned traveler with a few wild stories yourself and looking to hear a few more, someone who is wanting to travel and needs some confidence to take that trip you've always wanted, or just someone looking to live vicariously through the stories told on the podcast, you are in the right place. So I'm really excited to have some fun with everyone. This podcast is a project where I will be sharing some of my personal travel stories with all the details for you guys, and also be interviewing other travelers that I meet along my trips on their stories. So this is just a great place to connect with people and places from all around the world, hearing about the slice of the world that they're in from their trips, making me and my listeners better travelers by, knowing about other people's struggles or sometimes their victories as well, to make you a smarter traveler and what to look for and what to avoid while traveling. A place to share stories with no holdback and reflect on your trip. Because when you're traveling, especially alone, I found that it's really hard to share these stories with others, and especially with your friends and family back home, because sometimes you may feel like you're boasting or rubbing it in their face, or maybe they're just really not that interested. So it definitely takes the right person to share these stories with. And that's why I love finding travelers and people who share this passion of experiencing the world to share our stories in a safe place where we don't have to hold back and where people are interested and eager to hear your stories. So I'm hoping to create a space for that for the people that I interview, because also sometimes solo travel is kind of like waking up from a dream. Sometimes when you experience these things, you come back from a really long trip, it's just like you wake up from this dream because nobody is there with you experiencing everything. You can tell them what happened, but they will never be with you on your trip experiencing those things that you have experienced. So this is just a great place for those people to share those dreams that those people are actually living. So thank you for tuning in. We're going to have episodes every week, and we're going to be meeting people, we're going to be sharing stories, and we're going to be traveling the world. So if you don't want to miss out on that, come see us at Travel Flow Radio every week for a new story or interview for some travel inspiration. So, like I said, my name's Syndigo, and I am originally from North Carolina in the United States. Been traveling by myself in other countries on and off since I was 21. And the idea for this podcast actually came from me sharing my stories of my travels with my friends and them just being totally shocked on what I had experienced. And my final push to start the podcast was, and this is going to give away a little bit of an episode. So this is a little bit of a preview of one of the episodes, but back in June, I was at a Burn, which is kind of like a music festival, like a regional Burning Man. And there was a huge storm that eventually turned into a tornado, and we all had to run and hide in a cave. And we spent 8 hours in that cave. And it was crazy. There will be a more detailed episode on it, so I'm not getting into it too much right now. But to keep myself sane, me and all the people that were in the cave, we were just tossing back stories. This one person in particular, I was telling him every story I could think of, just to get our minds off the fact that there was a tornado. So, and once that was all over, I was looking back and I was like, wow, I told him so many crazy stories, and I still have more that I could tell him. So I'm sure that I will never have a short of stories. I'm always creating them no matter where I go. So I'm just really excited to start this project. I think it's going to be a beautiful thing, and I can't wait to look back on some of the stories that we've had recorded. So I'm really excited. Thank you guys for your support and your listening, and really excited for our first episode on Monday. It's going to be released Monday at 8 a.m. And it is about my time that I spent down in Chile with a Mapuche community, which is one of their indigenous groups down there in Chile and Argentina. So It was a really great experience, learned a lot of things, got a whole lot of new realizations, and we also experienced a really, really sad tragedy with each other. So definitely recommend tuning in on that for Monday at 8 a.m. And yeah, thank you guys so much. This is Travel Flow Radio. I'm Syndigo, and we will catch you soon on Monday. Bye bye.